Hey, welcome back to the shop. This is Randy here at Rhino's Resto Mods. So in my last video, I got started on the floor, started cutting it out. And so what I wanted to do is give you an update. So just like everybody else, there's been some challenges along the way. So we'll talk about those as we go through the video today. And then also I gave a shout out to a few of the smaller channels, basically for their technical content. So, and then, being able to respond back if you had questions, or maybe they had a video of something you were working on. So this video, I wanted to do the same thing because there was a couple people said, hey, check these channels out. So I wanted to go see them. And then again, what I'd consider, like I said, it's mainly the smaller channels. Like, again, everybody remind me of DD Speed Shop, Vice Grip Garage, and if you watch the old man's garage, he's got a sweet 55, pretty much as same as this, I believe, in black. But man, that thing, they're doing a paint job on that thing that is just perfect. And then I like watching Street Racing Channel and stuff like that. But those are all for entertainment. So what I've been really looking for and appreciating everybody's feedback are those more technical channels, right? That smaller channels. When I say smaller, I mean in like, maybe 5,000 subscribers or less, because they tend to get back to you, especially if you comment maybe on an old video, maybe it pops up so they see it. So a couple of those I wanted to recognize in this video was, I had one guy write me back, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't done a lot on his channel yet, but Wabi Sabi Jalopy Shop, I went and looked at some of the work he's doing, and he's in there pretty deep. So I didn't, stay on the channel for a long time, but I didn't really see what I was looking for right away. But I went to a couple other channels, which I believe, again, they're top notch and they're smaller. So I'm believing they're getting back with me also. Was one of them was the 55210. If you've been on that, like I said, I'll put these maybe down at the bottom as I'm talking about them. But again, he's got a smaller channel, but he really does a good job of capturing all the details when he's working on stuff. I haven't really reached out to him yet because I just started watching that channel because a lot of my time's been spent. It was either the viewer or maybe it was the guy who runs the channel, is Half Rods, HAFF Rods. And I think he commented and said something, but I went back to look for the comment and I couldn't find it, but I think I found another viewer that said to go check that out. So I've been kind of binge watching it, looking for, where I'm at on my ride and trying to get all those different feedback, to figure out where I want to go next. But again, those are three awesome channels if you're looking for the technical side. Like I said, this channel here I'm on, we're not very entertaining, but I'm just trying to capture what we're doing. So if somebody else does it, like I said, it's my first 55. So, a couple good comments I got, getting your parts ahead of time and making sure, you see what you're getting yourself into, which that really helped the last time through because I'll show you when I was working on the rockers, I really didn't realize there was a reinforcement inside of there. So I noticed I had 3 layers of steel. So then when I started cutting it out, I did a little bit more research. Then I found what I was looking for. So I'm going to turn you around, give you an update on where we're at, and then we'll go from there. So like I said, we got the floor pretty much cut out now. So a couple things that I had done that, part of my strategy on getting this floor in was the fact that this toe board was in such good shape. So if you look, you can see I pretty much have that side just kind of set the rocker in there. But it's been cleaning up real nice. And then I wire brushed, I did find this spot down here behind the brace, which I don't think's any big surprise. So I'll fix that. So that's been all good. That's been going good. Like I said, I got out to the rockers. I left this one in just because it was hanging on. And then I'll explain the door jambs here in a minute. And then this was a piece, that I was looking at, was this channel here, trying to understand, how wide, how deep it was. So when I go to fix it, so I have an interesting story on that when we get to the other side of the car. So I went ahead and cleaned around the wheel wells. And then just funny stories is, you know, I'm really going to use this trunk area, you know, that will sit down on top of my floor pan. So as you can see, you know, I started drilling out some of the spot welds. So I started on the other side and I was just going to cut it out. Well, a guy who worked that side of the line versus this side of the line, this guy must have been very energetic, had lots of weld. That side, not so many. So that's kind of an interesting thing to me is I worked at a auto manufacturer. So, you know, knowing how we do spot welds and all that, you know, quality control, not so tight back here back in the day. So, but, you know, and this is the other side. And then again, I just tried to clean things up, even though they're missing, so that I could have a good reference, you know, when I get the floor in here. So right now, it's really been about cleaning up these rocker areas. And like I said, I haven't got started on this one, but I'll show you the other side. So back to that channel that's inside here. We're sneaking this way. And you see that channel down here. And I was getting some help from some people online, was like, how wide, how tall is it? So one of the things that was interesting is that was full of tar, if you remember from previous videos. So I was able to knock that tar out of there. And honestly, I got the perfect mold now. So when I knocked it out of that channel, you can see from the end, I could kind of pick this one end up, but you can see it actually left a really good 1 inch across. And then on this side that comes up, which there's still some in there, was, you know, it's like 1 inch across this way, 3/4 of the way up this way. Then there's enough that, you know, I could measure to see how far down it is on the panel. So that was one interesting thing. Another interesting thing is, you know, when I was in here, like I said, this rocker's just kind of sitting here. So I got up underneath there and there's what's left. But that reinforcement that's on the front's obviously missing. So part of what I'll have to do, I mean, it's the width, you know, from here over to there. So, and then it looks like in the pictures that the actual piece is about twice as wide. So I'll make a plate, put it in there, make sure I pick up that A-pillar reinforcement. So that's all good. I think I have that cleared away. Like I said, everything, you know, coming across. So another interesting story as I'm going across here and drilling out spot welds. If you notice, there's that front mount. So, you know, you can see it hanging down. Well, that's hanging down because it's never been welded. So on that side, you know, I thought, well, maybe, you know, I didn't drill all the way through. So I thought, you know, let's go check out this side of it and see, you know, where the spot welds on there. Well, I was able to just put a screwdriver up behind here, just pry it a little bit, and it came right off. So I know that looks like maybe a spot right here. But again, I looked at the back side, that was never welded from the factory. You know, I'm 100% sure of that. So like I said, couple interesting things, you know, with the tar in the channel and then that bracket. And then like I said, when I was back here, you know, I really, you know, made sure that I was hitting spot welds across there. Not because I'm saving the trunk. I got a new trunk pan, which obviously it's on back order, but also took off, you know, the brace. But everywhere where I drilled through, there's a spot weld. There's just a lot more on that side than this side. So then the other thing I'm debating upon is, you know, this inner door jam, which on both sides, I'll stick some pictures up. I didn't do this cut on this jam here. I'll show you a before picture. But they had wrapped this quarter around it, and then they had some pop rivets holding it in. So I see they make these now, or I see they have them. So they're like, I think $105 or $10 a side. So I'm gonna probably just end up trimming them off and replacing it, because like I said, and that's my debate, you know, am I gonna get full quarters and then, you know, do all the work all the way down the top side, or somebody's already put half quarters on it and they're not, like I say, really until I strip this away. I know this side over here is a little bit worse than the other side, but it looks like the front section and the back section are new. So I'm just trying to build something to drive. It doesn't have to be like said, get on Old Man's Garage. He's from Ohio too. His 55 is out of this world. So anyway, I thought I'd give you an update, and I thought, you know, just like everybody else struggles, I'm waiting on my door, or waiting on my trunk pan to come in. It's on back order. I was trying to work out here in the cold. I got this ready heater here. You know, I was out here, it's 20 some degrees, and that thing decided to take a shit. So I think it needs a thermocouple. And then this one here, I'll have to walk over by it just to warm my hands up to keep working. So I'm sure everybody has struggles. You just gotta, you know, pick the ones and work on them, and then, you know, keep on picking away. So Rocky made it out to the garage. How you doing, buddy? You a good dog? Let me see a place. Go ahead, sit. Rocky, sit. Very good, sit, place. Good boy. He's a smart dog. So anybody that has pets, they know. So, well, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like I said, when I get the chance or can get back out here, I'll continue to work on this rocker and get things cleaned up. But still kind of at a standstill if I should order this piece and then just plan on using the quarter, because on this side, like I said, when you reach underneath, it's only the front piece here. So really only about from right here forward that they've replaced, and it's not too bad. So we're gonna figure it out. Just keep plugging away. Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, somebody else got some good channels that they would like mentioned, or, you know, has a lot of, you know, help me out in this spot where I'm at. Send, you know, put the link in the comments below. I appreciate it. Have a great day.